Running 2 fans in the studio. And I'm running 2 more. Let the fan man and out. We have 2 big bags of Epsom salt that we use for our feet to keep our feet well and to keep our feet, cleansed because, we don't want to get no kind of feet disease. So this is the real big one that we have because we always run out of this pretty quickly. And then we have a medium size. So we got the large and we got the medium. So there you go. We got this from the commissary. And this one my dad bought. I think he bought both of those. But yeah, it's for me and my mom. There you go, Lamont the Fan Man. Now, this might not be the most interesting video, but I do different content. The comment box is freely open for everyone. Lamont the Fan Man and out. God bless you and gone. I haven't done it in a while, but we're going to do a couple of blade swaps with the Aerospeed box fan and possibly some other box fans and maybe some other fans in the collection. I want to try to do some blade swapping. So you really can't use the drill on all the fans except for maybe the high velocity ones, especially if you don't have it set to the right torque. You don't want to damage the screws and you don't want to increase the holes any bigger. So I got to talk to Jordan about that so I can try to get the right torque speed for screws on most of these fans. And there go our dog barking like a freak show. It's interesting. Growling, trying to hit up against the gate. I don't know what's wrong with him anyways. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and record. Here we go. Don't pay the dog no attention. Zeus is always barking. All right, so let's get started. My apologies to you for our dog barking. I'm not sure what's going on with him, what he's barking at, but if that's what you're hearing in the video besides the TV in the background. I do apologize, but I'm pretty sure many of you out there have heard dogs in videos before, so I really can't help that. I do apologize. I'm using the exhaust fan in the window still to keep the room cool. So, yeah, just try to deal with it. It's just the way he is. He's a guard dog, and he's going to do that. Okay? All right, here we go. Okie dokie. Looks like this is broke. Yep, it's broke. It's not even catching. Let's see. Either it's broke or it's stripped out. I can't get this part of the tripod to hold. So, looks like I'm going to have to be looking into getting another tripod, which is really unfortunate because this piece right here is supposed to make it tight so that this piece that the camera's on won't slide down or whatever. Don't seem to be holding. It is what it is. It's always a freak show. I guess I have to wait the next month to get a tripod replacement. So I'll be looking into that. All right, I think you guys can see it okay. Here we go. So, here we go. Let's test it. The fan hub is terribly out of balance. Awful. I mean, it moves pretty good air, but the fan hub that houses the blades is so warped. It's awful. And of course, you're not going to see it that far back. That's so cool how the camera makes the blades look. Well, it seems to be handling the blade okay. It's not up at full power because it doesn't have a stinking lightweight blade on it. That's to be expected. It's shaking pretty good now because that stinking blade hub is out of balance. That's why. Even on low speed, that fan blows a nice gentle breeze. It's not even that loud. I guess I can use this at night when I go to bed. It's pretty quiet. You know, I like loud and quiet fans, but here we go. Let's speed it back up to full power. See what we got. Okay, I think that'll work. The problem is, and I really can't do anything about it because it's plastic. Like you can't really adjust plastic, or you can't, try to straighten it out. It's just that's just how it is. It's out of balance. So the fan hub is what is out of balance because that's housed the blades. The 5 blades are attached to the fan hub, and the fan hub, unfortunately, on this one, is warped from the manufacturer. That's the problem. It's warped from the manufacturer, which will explain the reason why the fan shakes. But it's not enough to knock it over. So let's put the guard on and let's see what we got. Well, the reason why the fan hub is so warped is because I didn't have the blade on there right. Now that I pushed it on there a little bit more, it seems like it's more reasonable, which will explain the reason why the guard wouldn't fit. So let's try it again. Still shakes and it seems like it wants to fall over, but obviously it's not strong enough for it to fall over, so that's a good thing. Well, it's definitely a dancing fan. That's unfortunate. That's going to make them that way. But what else is new, right? It's very, very quiet, low. Okay, the problem with the guard is that you see this piece right here. Let's see if I can bring it in closer. You see this? I'm gonna see if I can point at it. You see this? I'm sorry, excuse me. You see this piece right here? Yeah, that piece I'm pointing at, the piece I'm touching. That little piece right there is supposed to help center the blade, the original blade that's on there. The problem is, Lasco has that piece on there too, but attached to the blade. So that problem is that because that centerpiece on the blade is making contact with that centerpiece on the guard, that centerpiece on the guard. So that's why it's nearly impossible to put the guard on there. Now the other blade that was on there from NASCO has a smaller version of that, which is fine because it sits a little bit further back because it's not as thick and it's not as wide as that one. So it's easier for it to work in that with uh, with the smaller placeholder right there. It's supposed to, I guess, align the blade up correctly. So that blade is definitely not going to work, especially with that guard. It's interesting because this one also has it. There you go. It also has it. But then this one right here, the blade fan hub is more thinner and not as thick like the other one. This one is more thicker because it has to have that for those deep pitch blades. So it would work, but as I said before, it's not gonna go too well with that guard. So for those reasons, I can't use that one. I would like to use it, but I can't. So I guess I gotta pop that blade off and put the other one back on there. I'm gonna stop the video right here. So I'm gonna do that off camera because this video is getting too old. I'm too old. I'm tired. It's getting too long, and we'll just move on to the next thing. I'll do this off camera. But thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm about the Man and out.